In this TechTrackr video, we take an inside look at Apple's iPad. Hey everyone, Matt from TechTrackr here, and we've already done our video unboxing of the iPad, but I wanted to make a quick review video just to tell you guys my impressions. I know that many of you might have had the chance to read my review. Very long, extensive, and I encourage you to read it. It really goes into a lot of the detail about the iPad that I may not be able to fit in this short video that we're doing here. Again, I would like to remind you guys to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have, again, 30-40 reviews lined up, so it's to your benefit to subscribe. Also, we're doing a giveaway right now for 2 BlackBerry ice cream cases and Halo 3, so definitely want to check that out and look at our giveaway video. So let's get right into the review. Now, before I even talk about the design, one thing that I'm sure you all will notice is that the iPad really shows fingerprints. Now, because of the coating that they have put on it, it's really easy to wipe it down with a cloth or a t-shirt and clean it off, but it does attract these fingerprints in the first place. So, looking at the iPad, it has this aluminum matte finish, which is really nice. It feels great in your hand, and it's similar to a lot of the Apple products that are out right now. It says iPad here, and this is, again, the 32GB Wi-Fi version that we've done our review on. Again, it has nice, clean edges, and it weighs about 1.5 pounds, but it definitely doesn't feel too heavy or anything like that. So let's quickly look at some more of the body. Here you'll see we have the 30-pin dock connector, just like all of the iPhones and iPods that Apple's done. That's how you sync it with the computer via USB, and again, this is the 30-pin dock connector. Here we have Apple speakers, which are surprisingly good. Here we have the portrait landscape mode lock. So if you're in landscape and you put this button up, you will stay in landscape, and vice versa for portrait. We have the volume rocker here, the sleep wake button here, the headphone jack right there. It's 3.5mm, just like a normal headphone jack would be. I'm not sure why they put it on the top of the device, so I would have much rather had it at the bottom. And then here there's nothing. So again, in terms of the design, it's definitely something I really like, and no real gripes about the design of it. One of the things that Apple surprisingly left out was a USB port itself, which would take away the use of any proprietary accessories like a video camera, external hard drives, etc. So it's just open to Apple-made accessories with a dock pin connector. Now, of course, now that we've talked about the design, the only thing really left to talk about is the screen, and it's gorgeous. It's an OLED display, 9.7 inches, and HD video content just looks absolutely stunning. If we turn on the iPad here and enter our password, you'll see that the iPad is, of course, you have your familiar home button like you would have on, again, an iPod Touch or an iPhone. But the screen display is perfect, an enormous amount of screen real estate, and a variety of different apps really look great on it. So I want to quickly discuss the user interface. If you've ever used an iPod Touch or an iPhone, it's a very familiar, similar experience to what you've had in the past. You can, of course, change pages, and of course you have your Safari, Mail, Photos, iPod, and it's just a really nice experience in terms of user interface. This is running the iPhone OS, not any version of Mac OS X, so you are limited by multitasking and a bunch of other features. Apple actually, though, this past Thursday introduced iPhone OS 4.0, which is going to have a lot of these features the users have been asking about, especially multitasking. Again, I just wanted to open some applications and show you how visually pleasing this is. This is a Wolfram Alpha, which many of you know just dropped to $2 after originally costing $50. And you can see that you have so many options. It really looks visually pleasing. So if we put in, for example, AU, which many of you know is gold, we put AU. Let's see what it comes up with. And, I mean, it just looks phenomenal on this device. And we open Bloomberg, the stock exchange app, and you can see that so many things just just look phenomenal on this great screen. Another thing I kind of want to talk about now is the battery life of this device. I was able to get over 11 hours on a single charge, and right now we have 86%, and that's about after 2 hours of use. So this thing, really impressive in terms of its lifespan per charge, I guess you could say. Something I do want to talk about now are apps that are not specifically designed for the iPad. For example, if you open Spanish Dict, which is a Spanish dictionary, we can see this is what it would look like on an iPhone. Very nice clarity, and it looks great. However, if we fit it to the iPad, it looks grainy, you lose a lot of quality, and it's not really the same experience. Now I want to just talk about some of Apple's own apps. If we look at iBooks here, and we go to Outliers, there's of course this novel feature that's become so popular where you can actually turn the page like you would a normal book, and I think a lot of users for some reason have really appreciated that. In terms of reading, it's a very similar experience to what you'd have on the Kindle, except you have a few more features. You can search within the book, you can change text right on the screen, brightness controls are there, this will bring you to chapters, you can bookmark. One thing you cannot do though is take notes, so anyone looking to take notes is not going to be able to do that. If we go to our library, we have our books there, and if we hit this, it's almost like a hidden room. You come to the iBookstore. Additionally, you have the App Store, which right now will show you only iPad apps. However, if you search for an app, and it's not an iPad app, but it is an iPhone app, iPhone will also show up. Additionally, if you go to the bottom of the screen, you can click iPhone, and you can search for a specific iPhone app. In terms of the web browsing experience that this thing offered, it's really almost unparalleled. If we open our website here at TechTrackr, you can see that the iPad will be able to render such a great image, and it's so lightning fast that it really makes this thing a pleasure to use. You can see we have our website here. We just did a product spotlight. We have the iPad review, and let me open the iPad review for you. So if we click Apple iPad review and read more, it will load our article. So while it's loading, I just want to talk a little bit more about Safari itself. Here you'll see all your open windows. You can hit a new page, so it's tab browsing. We can add a bookmark at the home screen or mail link to this page. We can look at our favorite bookmarks, go back, forwards, and search within Google. I have heard that for 4.0, Google is no longer the standard search engine. So here's my review that we wrote on our website, and I talk about the hardware, the internal hardware, display, user interface, some third-party apps, and of course a bunch of Apple's bundled software. So again, similar, we have pinch to zoom, and hold down an image, we can open a new page, open, save, copy. So again, it's very similar to what the iPhone offers. So let me just go back here. We still have iTunes like normal. It's the almost identical iTunes experience.